Balls. Some of us have them, some of us don't. Food. Some of it's not ball shaped, some of it is. Meatballs. I only got 2 balls. If you got 3, DM me. I want to see something. Got some ground pork. We got some ground beef. Hell yeah. Balls. We're gonna take about half of this ground pork, drop it in our bowl. We're gonna take about probably that much ground beef. We're not making that many. We'll do this whole thing of pork. Seems good to me. We're making balls. Balls. We love balls. 1 egg. You think 1 egg? Probably 2 eggs in this. That's a decent amount. 2 eggs. Balls. Everyone points out phallic items, but nobody's out here pointing out ball-shaped items. And there's a lot of things shaped as balls, which might be why we don't point them out. We have a ball fatigue almost. Get some breadcrumbs, panko, probably that much. We got seasonings. We do a big pinch of salt, some garlic powder, Italian seasoning. We're making Italian balls right now. Who doesn't like some big greasy Italian balls? Red pepper, little spicy balls, some MSG. Time to get our hands dirty. Give it a mix. If you're not getting your hands dirty while making balls, are you even a real Italian? Cold meat for our balls. It's making my hands cold. Usually, holding balls make your hands warmer. It's the first thing you learn as a wee boy. Okay, that's our meatball meat. That's our ball meat. Set that aside. I'm gonna do some aluminum foil. Now it's time to prep our balls. We're gonna do little bite-sized balls. I love balls. And if the balls are made of meat, I'm into it. I've got a feeling these balls are going to get increasingly larger. As much fun as they are to play with and shape, they do get a little messy in your hand and you wanna avoid touching them for as long as you can. As much fun as I'm having with my balls right now that I'm making, I wish I wasn't touching them. Does it make my hands all gross? Touching balls makes your hands gross. Makes them smell. Nobody likes smelly hands and nobody likes smelly balls. I just put more meat on those first couple balls because as much as I like the small balls, sometimes I wish my balls were a little bigger. And you know what? They're not all the same size. Fellas, your balls aren't always gonna be the same size. Some are gonna be bigger, some are gonna be smaller. They're all perfect just the way they are. You know, sometimes you have to come through and reshape your balls. Reshape your balls, it's okay. It's no big deal, guys. Just come through, run them through your hands a couple times. Boom, you got your balls. Set your balls aside. I'm gonna set my balls on the edge of this table. Hopefully they don't roll off. Diet Coke break. Man, nothing goes better with balls than a fresh DC. Heat up the pan for your balls. I love balls, guys. Balls, balls, balls. Balls to the wall. These balls, if you threw them to the wall, they'd stick. Nobody wants sticky balls. Put some olive oil in the pan for your balls. We want the olive oil to shimmer. We want to like almost glaze these balls. The olive oil's shimmering now for our balls. Once it's hot, we're gonna drop our balls in. We might have to do this in batches because our balls are too big. We don't want to overcrowd the pan with our balls. Just sear off your balls. Get a nice healthy sear on your ball. The crispier your balls are, the better they're going to taste in your mouth. You know, we don't want our balls to stick to the pan. So we're just going to let them sit until they want to be released. Balls have a natural desire to be released from the pan, and nobody wants sticky balls. Like that one, middle ball. Not very often do you see a middle ball, but it was done. It didn't want to stick, so I flipped it. I flipped my balls. So that one's not ready to be flipped yet. This guy, he's almost ready to be flipped. That ball's sticking to the bottom of the pan pretty well. That's all right, we're not gonna rush it. See, I accidentally put him down, but we need browning all around. This guy, ooh, look at that. Look how easy that ball was removed. A beautiful crust on our balls. Just a beautiful crust on these balls, folks. You are gonna love my balls. Why we use tin foil, so we can fold it over and put the balls there when we're done. See, this guy sitting perfect. See how easy that was to remove. The ball, there was no skin stuck to the bottom. It's like getting up from a chair on a hot day. Sometimes the balls droop. See, they're sticking. It's like a hot day. So that guy was ready to be flipped. That guy's also ready to be flipped. Check out this ball. I was a little premature on that last ball, but that's all right. It happens to the best of us. Sometimes we have multiple weeks in a row where our balls are premature. And the person that's waiting for your balls might be like, damn, is this guy really premature with his balls again? And you have to look at her and say, I'm sorry, this doesn't usually happen. That guy's not ready. I'm not gonna force it. We don't want premature ball removal. Tilt the pan a little bit so your balls get even browning. The balls are popping. That's a good sign. And while we're cooking, our balls are releasing delicious juices that are going to help flavor our sauce when we're done cooking this. You can't rush the browning of the balls, folks. Your balls are gonna brown. Your balls, they're gonna brown at the speed that they're gonna brown. And trying to rush it using too high of a heat can cause a lot of damage to your balls. And no one wants that. See? This guy's done. We're gonna take this out. That ball's finished. It served its mission. You know, you see how brown that is? It's a delicious brown ball. You know, some people don't like their balls brown, and that's okay too. But here, we love brown balls. We love balls of all shades, colors, and dimensions. We're a pro ball broadcast. All shapes, sizes, colors. The ball's done. Served its purpose. While we're removing these, we're gonna drop the new balls in. Just a couple more that we want done in here. This guy's done also. Drop these ones, last two in. All these balls are done. These are our browned balls. We're gonna move this to the side for a moment. We gotta get our fixins ready for when we make our sauce for these delicious balls. We're gonna take half an onion. I've always said nothing pairs better with balls than onions. Just the aroma of onion alone goes incredibly well with balls. While we're doing this, make sure to keep an eye on your balls here. See, this guy's brown already. So is he, and so is she. Because girls can have balls too. We're just gonna dice this onion up. Set it aside. Maybe turn the heat down so we don't burn some of this delicious fond while we're browning our balls. Move the balls around. Turn the heat off. We don't want to over brown these balls. Because you know, I said I'm a big fan of balls, all shapes, colors, sizes. But sometimes you need to know when your balls are adequately brown. Not all dark balls are good for light ball applications and vice versa. You know, we're going to call these balls done too. So the pan's getting a little hot and they do have some color, which is perfectly fine. We're going to take our onion and just take a big whiff of the onion and ball smell and really just take that in. Sweat the onions in the ball fond. Sweat these onions in the ball fond. Loosen up that ball, the crispy ball parts left in the pan with the onions. Oniony balls. Scrape up that ball crust with your wooden spoon. That ball crust can be kind of a pain to get out. Maybe some more olive oil is due. Lube up that ball crust, fellas. Once those onions are done sweating, what goes better with onions and balls? Garlic. A little bit of garlic, because convenience is important when you're making balls. Throw in some tomato paste also. The tomatoey richness and acidity is going to really interact well with the ball flavor. Toast those flavors up so that our balls have a nice and rich flavor and aroma. Once those have been toasted a bit, we're gonna add our tomato sauce. Just pureed tomatoes. Make sure we get all that tomatoes. We don't want to skimp out on our balls. Just bring this up to a nice simmer. Almost forgot. A little bit of red pepper goes a long way in your ball sauce. Spicy balls, folks. Some Italian seasoning also goes incredibly well with your ball sauce, folks. Just bring this up to a nice simmer. We're gonna reduce it down a little bit. Scrape all that fond off the bottom, all the ball crusties. That's gonna make your sauce so much better. Okay, once it's all incorporated, now we get to have a little bit more fun with our balls. We're gonna take them, just nestle them in there. Don't be afraid of overcrowding either. Balls do best when they're surrounded by other balls. It's like a little hot tub for our balls. Now we're just gonna let these simmer for about 30 minutes. We want those balls all the way cooked through. Nice and tender ball. We'll be right back. Our balls have been simmering for about an hour. 45 minutes, an hour. Don't they just look fantastic? Look at these balls. Look at these balls. Usually you don't like red around your balls, but right now, those balls look fantastic. You could eat these balls right now the way they are. I wouldn't blame you for that, but we're gonna elevate our balls here. We got some mozzarella, some ball cheese, if you will. That's what's gonna bring this to another level. We got some ball cheese here, some low moisture mozzarella. Top our balls with your cheese. I got some Parmesan, little ball Parmesan. Finish it off with this. Take your balls, we're gonna throw them in the oven under the broiler. We want our ball cheese to be brown. Our balls are done. Our balls are done. And remember, be very careful of your hot handle on your balls. It's not gonna feel good if you burn yourself before you get to enjoy your ball. What we're gonna do now, we're gonna take a ball. All balls need a buddy. Usually they come in pairs. So grab a second ball maybe. And perhaps I'm a bit hungry. I'm gonna have a third ball. Take some of your sauce, ladle it over your balls. You want saucy balls? Try a bite of our balls. Perfectly cooked, nice and tender balls. Delicious. I wish I could have these balls in my mouth every day of my life. Thanks for watching.